Welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. Today I'm going to tell you all about triangles, or at least give you an introduction to triangle stock chart patterns. They're very powerful. There are three main types of triangles. All right, and you have the bullish one, and it's the ascending triangle. You have the bearish one, the descending triangle, and then you have the symmetrical triangle. And you don't know if it's going to be bullish or bearish, depends on which way it breaks. All right, let's start with the ascending triangle. And none of them work 100% of the time. None of these are perfect. You still have to make your own decisions and confirm everything for yourself. All right, so the ascending triangle. All right, you have a support line and a resistance line, but notice that the resistance line is horizontal. Okay, it's flat. All right, and then the support line is not flat, it is going up. All right, so as you can see, the support line is flat, so the candles keep hitting their head on that overhead resistance, and that overhead resistance is just staying at the same level, and so you have a flat trend line here, a flat resistance line. But on the other hand, the support line, it's not flat, okay? It's higher and higher every single time, all right? And so you have two trend lines converging upon each other. And so you get a tighter and tighter range, but it's also higher and higher because of that rising support line, okay? And then if you get a big candle that closes way, way above that resistance line that it was hitting its head against, over and over, okay, it breaks and closes way above that with a big green candle, that's when many people take a long position, when it breaks clearly and convincingly and closes above that resistance line. And if below that you see a big green volume candle or a big green volume bar, then that's even better confirmation, all right, because there's more conviction behind it, more volume, all right? So, and by the way, I want to differentiate between a triangle and a wedge. When you get when one of the two, lines is flat or horizontal, then that's a triangle. Whereas if both lines were kind of going in the same direction, but neither one was horizontal, then that would be more of a wedge than a triangle. Okay, I know this is a triangle and not a wedge because one of the two lines is horizontal. Okay, so that's the bullish one, the ascending. Now the descending triangle is bearish. It's just the opposite, basically. Okay, you have a support line that's horizontal or flat, and so it keeps bouncing off of the same price. It's not an exact science. It's not bouncing exactly off of it, but multiple times, more than once, it's bouncing off of the same support line. On the other hand, the resistance trend line is getting lower and lower and lower. And so the two lines are converging towards each other, but it's going downwards, okay? So yes, it's getting tighter and tighter with the channel, but it's going generally downwards. And if you get a big red candle closing with, convincingly below that floor there, that support line, and if you get a big red volume bar below that, to tell you there's lots of volume behind that down move, lots of conviction behind that lower move, then that could be a place to take possibly a short position. Of course, you have to make your own decisions with all these things. Don't just do anything blindly, okay? Don't do it just because the triangle told you to. You have to make your own decisions. But that's where some people, some traders will take a short position, okay? And then there's the symmetrical triangle, where neither line is horizontal or flat like these two, okay? And again, with a wedge, it looks kind of like the triangle, except neither one of these is going to be horizontal. You'll get two lines converging towards each other, but also going upwards, but eventually they'll meet. If that's a wedge, okay, with a, that's a rising wedge. With a falling wedge, you would get both lines converging downwards towards each other, but neither one, again, would be flat or horizontal. Now, what if you get both lines converging towards each other, and they're not both going upwards and they're not both going downwards? They're just kind of equal. They're kind of meeting in the middle here. Well, that's a symmetrical triangle, okay? And so the support line is getting higher and higher and higher. The resistance line is getting lower and lower, all right? And so you don't know whether it's bullish or bearish until it either breaks out or breaks down. All right. If it breaks down and closes way, with a big red candle below the support level there, and if you have a big red volume bar to tell you that there's conviction behind that move, you could take a short position if you want to. Traders will often take a long position if it breaks out, if it closes with a big green candle above that resistance line. And it helps, again, looking at volume. Imagine if there's a big green volume bar below that candle, then that could be even greater confirmation that it might be time to take a long position on the breakout of the symmetrical triangle. You just don't know whether it's going to be bullish or bearish until it happens. All right, let's take a look at a couple of examples. Pop quiz. Which one is this? Well, if you guessed that this is, yes, the descending triangle, you would be correct. All right, you got the flat or horizontal support there. You've got the resistance 1, 2, 3 times. Down, down, down. It's converging, getting really tight. And if it has a big green candle breaking below that support level and a big green volume bar too, that's even greater reason to possibly take a short position, or at least sell your long position if you have one. All right, which one is this? Well, if you guessed that it is an ascending or ascending triangle, you are correct. Okay, you got that horizontal resistance there, the rising support level, gradually rising, but rising nonetheless. It's getting really tight. If it breaks above, that could be a sign to take a long position, and also look for a big green volume bar below it if you want even further conviction or confirmation. All right, so that has been your introduction to triangles. It's powerful, okay? Try it if you want to in your own trading. All right, if this was helpful to you, please give this a thumbs up on YouTube and leave a comment. What do you want to see? Do you like these patterns? Tell me what you want to see. All right, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. Why not? And hit that notification bell so you can receive the latest updates whenever I put out a new educational video like this one. And I do offer coaching for trading, investing, charting, all that good stuff. I can help you put together a plan so you can plan your trade. All right, and trade your plan, of course. My name is David Modell. You can contact me at davidmodell@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll talk to you again soon.